going on, you guys? So, I was going to go live later and do this video, but I figured I'll go ahead and do it now. Give you something to talk about, give you something to think about in the early morning. Good morning to everybody. Hope you have a good day today. But, yeah, my man Deontay Wilder, right? He hasn't said too much of anything since October 31st when he, came out with the video. My ears can still hear, but my eyes can still see and all that, right? And since then, he hasn't said too much of anything at all. And it's been revealed recently that he's been training with Malik Scott. Malik Scott is his new head trainer. And Deontay Wilder's been working. He's been improving. And he's been adding new wrinkles to his overall boxing game, right? And this is what fans claim they want to see from Deontay Wilder. Right? Boxing fans claim they want to see Wilder do this, do that, and the third. And he's been doing this, that, and the third. But it just seems like Deontay Wilder, no matter what he do, no matter what he say, whether he says anything or not, these people always got something to hate about. And as I read through some comments in one of my Facebook groups, it's laughable at these same guys always used to say, well, Deontay Wilder needs to do this. Oh, everybody's a boxing expert on the internet, right? I fought before. I done kickboxing, Muay Thai and shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm never going to act like I'm some expert over a professional. I'm not about to sit here and, you know what I'm saying? These guys know what they're doing. They've been doing it. And this is what they do. You know what I'm saying? But these guys got a lot to say about a guy that really picked up boxing from nothing, right? 21 years old. Just said, let me just do this just to make some money to support my daughter. And next thing you know, he's a bronze medalist. He becomes a heavyweight champion. He ties Muhammad Ali for most title defenses, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The highest KO percentage in heavyweight history. One of the most ferocious punches you ever see. And, he takes a loss to Tyson Fury. His first and only loss. And they write him off. They do this, they do that. And now he's on the comeback, right? He's been improving. He's been silent. And he's been working. But a lot of people got a lot to say. And I'm going to read some of these comments from some of these dudes. And yeah. So this guy here says, and I'm not going to show these people name due to privacy. Even though they some busters and some suckers and some haters, I'm not going to do them like that by putting their faces and their names out there. But I'm just going to read some of these comments. He says, this guy here says, this literally is embarrassing to watch. And this is in regards to Wilder hitting his recent video of him hitting the heavy bag as you see on the screen. He said, this is literally embarrassing to watch. He looks like a guy at my gym hitting the bag for cardio. Wilder is awful. And then, of course, you got people laughing with the bullseye emojis and, all this other shit, right? And then he said, you got dudes with trash bins. I just rewatched their last fight. Yeah, this will be 100% be Wilder's retirement fight. And, guy says, especially if he thinks he can come in trying new things, the muscle memory won't be there as soon as he gets hard shots thrown at him, revert to type 100%. Like, they just really hating on Deontay Wilder. They're not giving him no benefit of the doubt or anything of the sort. Forget the inside game, Deontay. You're terrible at it. And at nearly 36, you don't have the time to build that muscle memory. Work on the jab, head movement, and continue that right hand. Nothing else. You'll overcomplicate it for such a useless individual. Jesus Christ, right? Like, what did Wilder do to these fucking people? You know what I'm saying? What did Deontay Wilder do to these guys? I mean, I thought people wanted to see knockouts. Right? People were they complained for years that Mayweather was stinking up the place with his pity-pat running, quote-unquote, pity-pat running style and shit, right? Then we get a guy like Deontay Wilder who don't deal with any of that. He just get up there and knock you the fuck out, and they hate him too. So I think it's a little bit more than just that. I think it's more than just actual boxing and technique and shit like that. I think it's a little deeper than that. Then, then it proceeds to say, these guys are just terrible people. He says, my man looks goofy. What he said? He says, by then Fury cracks inside his head. He still looks horrible. Like, I mean, I'm just looking at him. As I'm looking at him, some of them do, so I'm looking at him. He said, this guy might hurt himself when Fury whips up on him again. Oh, look at those skinny legs. They always like to say that. Look at the skinny legs and shit. They don't want to talk about nothing else but this man's legs. These dudes is very sus. Dude says, I hope Fury stands still for him and them fucking legs and don't dip on uppercuts, just bad for always. Like, and these dudes never threw a jab in their life. A lot of these dudes never got punched before. A lot of these dudes probably can't even really fight. But they experts. Everybody's an expert on the internet. Everybody knows how it's done. They know what it takes. They know what it feels like to fight in front of a crowd, you know, or fight when you got to take a shit, or your hands might be hurting, or you're not feeling too good, but you still got to get up there and fight anyway, perform for the people. They don't really understand any of that shit. It's just a bunch of assholes on the internet. You know what I'm saying? I mean, these guys, I mean, Deontay Wilder, he didn't do shit to nobody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Tyson Fury's the guy that's coming out here. Being really like disrespectful, not taking it seriously, just being an asshole. But he don't get no criticism. Nobody says anything to him. He can do whatever he wants. He can say whatever he wants. He can fight however he wants, and nobody's gonna say nothing to him. But Deontay Wilder, man, every time he blink an eye, oh, look how he blinked an eye. Oh, his legs quivered a little bit and all this shit. These people are crazy on the internet, man. These dudes are crazy. I mean, I understand if you don't like a guy, right? And you know me, I'm not a Tyson Fury guy, but if you looking good, you looking good. If you got in shape, oh man, he looking good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that much of a hater of a guy that I don't know to the point where these guys, it's something sick. It's borderline insanity, the hatred that they have for this guy. You know what I'm saying? And Deontay Wilder's doing right. He ain't saying nothing. He's just in the gym working, and he's still getting hate. You know, they say they wanted to see him improve, and, you know, he needs to do this and he needs to do that. And, you know, he's doing this, he's doing that, and they still hating. So Deontay Wilder, in reality, he can't win for losing. You know what I'm saying? He can't win for losing. There's nothing that he can do that's going to make people appreciate him. And I'm sure he realizes this stuff now. I mean, this is pretty insane. You know, the way these people are attacking him. Oh, he's still this, he's still that. Oh, well, they say he needs to work on his boxing technique. He's done that, and now he still ain't good enough. Listen, this is a man that's 6'7", right? A 6'7" long, lanky dude. He's not gonna look like a 5'7", 5'8", lightweight, welterweight boxer. He's not gonna look as graceful and as smooth as a Floyd Mayweather. He's a big man. Tyson Fury looks crazy as hell. You really find a heavyweight fighter, and only two that can really pop up in my mind right away that has really good technique is probably Anthony Joshua and Rico Verhoeven, the kickboxing king, the heavyweight kickboxing king. Andy Ruiz got good technique too, but he's a shorter guy. He got really good sharp technique too. But other than that, man, who out here looking sharp? Muhammad Ali didn't even look pretty all the time. Some of them punches he was throwing and some of the shit he was doing, these are big guys, man. This is the heavyweight division. You ain't got time to be sitting there looking cute and trying to be pretty with your punches and shit when this dude can hit you one motherfucking time upside your head. Next thing you know, you're looking up at the lights. It's heavyweight boxing, fools. But I do like what I'm seeing from Wilder. You know what I'm saying? The technique is looking good. You know, he's pivoting his lead foot when he's throwing the hooks to the bag. You know, he's really been working. You know what I'm saying? Now, whether this translates to the ring, that'll be another thing entirely. But I believe he's been working this whole time, getting his mind right and breaking himself down and doing what he's going to need to do July 24th to get Tyson Fury out the way. And haters going to be really, really mad when Deontay Wilder knocks him out in 4 rounds. They'll be real mad.